Good morning, everyone. This is 7:40 a.m. of 7th January 2021, and we are going to analyze the Nifty and Bank Nifty charts. Remember, today is the weekly expiry day, so it is important to know the range in which we can play for this expiry as well. Along with that, we will mark the important supports and resistance levels. So, starting with yesterday's review, we can see it was a gap up opening for the markets, but there was no follow buying. Markets remained in a range for most of the time, and it is only after 1 o'clock in the afternoon the volatility increased as the markets started dropping. Um, and it was a kind of 200 point range in which the markets played starting from 14 to 50 to uh, 14,040. So a 200 point range. And due to this, the volatility increased, and towards the end of the day, as the buying emerged at this critical support level, the volatility again decreased. That we can see in the Nifty future chart. As we can see, we already had this support level marked. This is a prominent support level. As soon as this uh, breakdown failed, it was a very good buying opportunity. And as you can see with the volumes, it was a selling climax and clearly a buying opportunity. So whoever bought this dip uh, might um had an opportunity to exit at this particular resistance, because this support would now act as resistance. That is for yesterday, but it was broken out. But whoever had the intraday positions, it was a best place to exit for them. So this is the reason that we need to have the supports and resistances marked. So it gives very much uh, clarity for us to execute our trades. So let us analyze for today's possibilities. As we can see, the global indices yesterday, it's like European markets were very much bullish, and US markets have closed negative because of some local reasons there on the politics. But today the Asian markets have opened, majority of them have opened positive, all the major markets we can say. Yeah, it's a very good opening for the Asian markets. And ACX Nifty, as we can see, it is at 14,254. So, okay, 14,254 is nothing but we have closed here at 14,172 on the Nifty future chart. 254 will be somewhere uh, here. So we are going to open somewhere here, and we'll analyze depending on what are the data points. Okay, so let us go back to the global sentiments. As we can see, the global sentiments for today, based on the Asian markets, it is very bullish or positive. And this we can clearly see in the Dow Jones future chart. As we can see it here, there was a very good bullish move on the Dow Jones yesterday night, and it has been holding and trying to go further up from there. As we can see, there are a lot of wicks on the downside, so people are not letting it fall, and they are buying as it is going down. So this is the reason the Asian markets have opened positive, and we can expect the same on Nifty as well. Checking at the FII DI activity, Yesterday was, after many days, it was the day where the FIIs were net sellers, and DIIs also. But the activity, as you can see, it was very less. It means that it is not so much um, considerable activity, and we can simply ignore this. um, this is not a major negative point for the markets because it is not in huge quantities. So as you can see, they had been accumulating from past, at least in January. In December, they have accumulated very much, but yesterday it was a very nominal distribution that they have done. We can say they were net sellers. There was activity. It's like they bought for so much and they sold so much, but yeah, the net result was selling. Okay, so this can be ignored for today. Nifty future chart, we have been seeing it. Okay, so as we can see, there was a selling climax here, after which this is going up, and we are expecting it to open here. And based on the, okay, let me just refresh it. So based on what the SGX Nifty is showing and the global sentiments, so these are the supports and resistance levels that have been marked. uh, so this is actually, since we are going to open above the yesterday's high. This is based on SGX Nifty, but it depends on how the pre-open will be. It is important to watch the Nifty pre-open to see if we are going to open above or below. If we are going to open below, say here, then this particular level will act as resistance for some time. And if we are going to open above this, this will act as support. Even if we open above, it does not guarantee that we are going to break out and go up directly. Okay, because there will be a dip definitely to make sure that the weak hands let off the position, and there will be accumulation at some point, and then it might start going up. So this is highly unlikely opening higher and going directly higher. There can be a small dip, maybe after 1 or 2 hours after the market opens. So you need to patiently wait for it to come in your zone. Only then you need to enter it. Patience is the key. So if you say, for example, because of the gap up, you enter directly, and the markets start turning down, then your stop losses will hit, and you might not get what you were looking for from that position. So it is better always to wait for the opportunities, or wait for the price to come in your zone, and only then enter it. So this is a nominal resistance. It's not a very major resistance on the upside. It can be broken easily, and maybe it might not act as a major support for the market if it is coming down. The major support for the market is again here, the yesterday's support, but it is highly unlikely for the market to go so much up and come down again. But based on Nifty option chain, we can see the immediate major resistance is at 40, I mean this 14,200. So 48 lakh OI, and the immediate support is at, major support is at 14,000. But since it is going to be a gap up opening, okay, above 14,200, we can this gets this a challenging time for the 14,200 CE sellers, um, because it depends on how strong these people are. Maybe this will get invalidated and they will get shifted to 14,300. So for today, the range is going to be 14,300 to 14,100. So this looks to be uh, a 200 point range in which the markets might stay, 14,100 to 14,300 on the Nifty chart. So accordingly, you can mark it on the Bank Nifty. This specific range, you can just convert it on how it appears on the chart, and depending on that, you can mark it for Bank Nifty as well. I have marked it, the resistance, the nominal resistance, it's not major one. Um, Nifty lately has been giving some good moves after staying in the range, and yesterday it took the support at the level that it was marked. But actually, the Bank Nifty did not come to this level. So this is the level that we have marked for today. And if the say, for example, the Bank Nifty also opens somewhere here, depending on the gap up in Nifty, it might open somewhere here. So depending on that, maybe if it comes down, the maximum it can come down is here and go up. Okay, so if it breaks the resistance, there is a possibility for it to go up. If it goes below these uh, support zones, it is going to become weak and a selling opportunity. Once you sell here, your stop loss can be set above the zone. So that ensures you a good risk to reward. So that's on the Bank Nifty. The sentiments right now are very positive and expecting the markets, since this is a weekly expiry, to remain in a range of 200 points between 14,100 to 14,200 on the Nifty chart. So on the Bank Nifty option data, as we can see, uh, the immediate major support is at 31,000. This is a round figure support, but immediate major support is at 31,500, and that is on the downside. On the upside, there is a very big resistance at 32,000. So this is the 500 point range in which the markets might stay on the Bank Nifty, 31,500 to 32,000. So, but again, since it is going to be a gap up opening, so if we are going to open at say 31,000 900 or so, let me check. Okay, we are going to open, yeah, near 32,000. We'll see how best these particular uh, call writers will defend their position, and may probably this particular position will get shifted upside to 32,200. In that case, you can expect the range to move up a little bit. I think that's it for today. I hope you got some idea on how what you can do. So you can mark these zones on your chart. So once you start trading, you will be very clear on what where you have the opportunities, where to enter, where to put the stop loss. Sure, thank you. Bye. Take care, trade well, trade with proper position size and the stop loss. Bye.
To make sure that you do not miss out on the similar interesting videos on markets and trading, subscribe to the YouTube channel and press the bell icon.